Wait. Don't scroll, because what I'm about to say is already happening in your life right now. You've been feeling something you can't explain. A heaviness, a shift in the air around you, people changing, situations shifting. Everything suddenly feels different, and you've been questioning yourself. Why? What is happening to me? Why does my heart feel like it's being stretched? Listen, you didn't do anything wrong. Something in your life is being rearranged. Someone who was not meant to go where you're going is being removed from your journey. A chapter is closing. A door is being locked. A season is ending. You don't understand it now, but your heart can feel it. And here's the part nobody told you. The moment you cried alone, the moment you whispered your exhaustion without words, the moment your forehead touched the ground, you triggered movement in the unseen. You didn't see it. You didn't hear it. You didn't know it. But angels stood up for you. The battle shifted. The protection strengthened. The path began to clear. Your prayer was not small. Your tear was not unnoticed. Your silence was not ignored. You think you prayed alone, but you never pray alone. And now something sacred is unfolding. Stay with me, because to understand what is happening in your life right now, you must understand this very first truth. When your forehead touches the ground, heaven responds. There are moments in life when your heart becomes heavier than your hands can hold. You carry things inside you that no one else truly understands. Not because they don't care, but because there are places inside the soul that only you and your Creator can reach. You wake up with a quiet ache in your chest. You move through the day with a tired smile. You respond when people speak. You laugh when they laugh. You function, you continue, but inside, something feels exhausted. Not just physically, but spiritually. It is the kind of tired that sleep can't fix. The kind of ache that no conversation can solve. The kind of weight that remains even in silence. And sometimes you don't even know what exactly hurts. You just feel a heaviness, like a shadow following you. A pressure that sits on your heart. A tightness that does not go away. You try to ignore it. You try to distract yourself. You try to pretend it's nothing. But the soul always remembers where it needs to go. So one day or one night, you find yourself standing in prayer, not because you have perfect faith, not because you feel strong, but because you are finally tired of carrying everything alone. You place your hands, you bow your head. Your forehead touches the ground, and in that moment, time pauses. Everything you've been holding back rises to the surface. Every unspoken worry, every hidden fear, every silent disappointment, every memory that still hurts, every wound that never healed, they all come rushing forward, not in words, but in feelings. You don't need to speak. Your tears speak. Your breathing speaks. Your stillness speaks. Your Creator understands what your heart is trying to say. There is no need to explain anything. You do not need to prove your pain. You do not need to justify your tears. You do not need to defend your emotions. You are seen fully, completely, lovingly. You may think you are kneeling alone, but the unseen is alive around you. The moment your heart surrenders, the heavens begin to move. There are forces you do not see. There are protections you do not recognize. There are shields placed around you that you have never noticed, because the heart that kneels is never unguarded. While you are on the ground, your prayer rises higher than any pain ever could. Your sincerity breaks through places that words could never reach. And without you realizing, darkness begins to weaken, fear begins to soften, worry begins to loosen its grip. The burden you thought would break you begins to lighten, Not because the problem disappeared instantly, but because your heart finally released it. And something else happens. The harm that was spoken behind your back loses strength. The lies that were built to hurt you begin to crumble. The jealousy that was directed toward you begins to collapse on itself. The plans made to trap you begin to fall apart. You did not fight anyone. You did not expose anyone. You did not speak a word in your defense. Your prayer spoke for you. And that is a language nothing in this world can argue against. You rise from the ground slowly. Your breathing steadies. The heaviness is still there, but softer now. Your chest feels warmer. Your heart feels held. Your soul feels less alone. You look the same on the outside, but something inside you is not the same anymore. Your courage has been restored quietly. Your hope has been watered. Your strength has been lifted silently. Something sacred has been placed in you. Something unbreakable. Something that does not depend on the world to stay alive. And you realize you were never fighting alone. You held your pain alone. You cried alone. You broke alone. But the moment you lowered your forehead to the ground, you were carried. This is the kind of strength no one can see, but everyone will notice. The calm in your eyes, the peace in your tone, the patience in your responses, the quiet certainty in your heart. These are not accidents. They are the signs of someone who has been lifted, guarded, reclaimed, and rebuilt by the one who never abandons. Even if your situation remains the same on the outside, you are no longer the same person facing it. Your heart has been reminded where to return. Your soul has remembered its home. Your tears have opened a door. Your prayer has called an army, and the unseen now walks with you. Your name is being defended where you cannot defend yourself. There are conversations happening where you are not present. There are rooms where your name is spoken. There are hearts that carry opinions of you that were never true. And sometimes that can hurt more than anything someone could say to your face, because it feels unfair. It feels confusing. It feels lonely. Almost you begin to wonder, should I explain myself? Should I defend myself? Should I try to fix what they think of me? But here is the hidden truth most people never realize. You are not responsible for controlling how the world views you. You are only responsible for keeping your heart sincere. There are people who misunderstood you not because you did something wrong, but because their vision is not clean enough to understand you. There are people who judged you not because your heart is unclear, but because theirs is. There are people who spoke negatively of you not because of your actions, but because of their own wounds, their jealousy, their insecurity. And if you chased every rumor, every comment, every whisper, you would spend your whole life explaining yourself to people who were never ready to understand you. So instead of running after the world, you withdraw into prayer. You sit with your own heart. You breathe. You let the frustration settle. You remind yourself, I am seen by the one who knows the truth. And when you do that, when you choose silence over reaction, grace over anger, and sincerity over proving yourself, something powerful happens in the unseen. Your name becomes defended, not by your tongue, not by your explanation, not by your effort, but by a force far greater. There are angels who speak where you cannot. There is protection placed around your reputation that no slander can break. There are truths being revealed gently, quietly, without you needing to move a muscle. Sometimes the very people who judged you begin to feel uneasy about their own words. Their own hearts expose them. Their conscience wakes up. Their tongue hesitates. Their certainty weakens. Because truth has a way of defending itself. The person who keeps their heart clean never needs to sharpen their tongue. There will be times where someone tries to make you look small. There will be moments where someone tries to make themselves appear above you. There will be people who twist your kindness into weakness, your gentleness into foolishness, your silence into guilt. Do not let it shake you. Silence is not a lack of strength. Silence is the resting place of the strong. When you leave your reputation in God's hands, you are not losing control. You are refusing to waste your life in battles that are beneath your soul. You begin to glow in a way that cannot be dimmed. Your peace itself becomes evidence. Your calm becomes your proof. Your character becomes your answer. And slowly, very slowly, people begin to see who was being truthful all along. They notice your consistency, your patience, your sincerity, your strength to not become what others projected onto you. And the more they see it, the more the truth rises quietly, without force, without noise. The same mouths that once spoke against you will one day fall silent. The same eyes that once watched you with doubt will one day soften. The same hearts that once misread you will one day understand. Not because you convinced them, not because you proved anything, but because time always reveals truth. And the one who knows your heart will never allow misunderstanding to define your story. You don't have to be loud. You don't have to fight. You don't have to defend. Just stay sincere. Just stay gentle. Just stay honest. Just stay connected. Your name is safer with God than it will ever be in your own hands. You may not see how you are being defended right now, but one day you will look back and say, I'm glad I didn't waste my soul trying to be understood. My patience spoke louder than anything I could have said. And that is the victory no one can take away. Prayer reveals the truth about people without a word from you. There comes a time in life when you begin to notice things about people that you did not see before. Not because something suddenly changed, but because your heart became clearer. Prayer has a way of wiping dust from your eyes. It softens your spirit in a way that makes truth easier to recognize. It opens something inside of you quietly, gently, so you can see what words cannot explain. You start to feel when someone's smile is genuine and when it isn't. You begin to sense when a person's presence brings peace and when it drains your energy. You notice the tone behind their kindness, the hidden weight behind their compliments, the intention